Just leaving Mike's place. You can still see the water tank over there. And that was a cool place. Meet up with other hikers. And just getting back on trail. Looks like we're shooting for another 12, 13 miles today. Get to water source and the next campground. And I'm 2 miles out of camp, and I just have to say, this is a desert, and don't let that fool you. Last night, it froze inside the tent. I touched the ceiling, and I get these little snowflakes coming off the roof of my single-wall tent. So just keep in mind when you come out here, pack warm clothes and be ready for high winds and freezing temperatures, at least if you're hiking in March. Holy cow. No question what I'm heading for. Idlewild and San Jacinto. Big time snow, you bet. Heading towards Idlewild and Mount Jacinto. Looks pretty daunting. Should be in Idlewild tomorrow. Well, I passed up a very slow running stream. It had a lot of silt in it. So, and I decided to get water from this cistern, and man, this thing looks gross. But it's the last water source before Idlewild, so here we go. Let's see what we got. I took a stick and kind of stirred the water and tried to get some of the bugs that were on the top out of the way. And took a big dip, and hey, might not be the best, but it's going to keep me alive for the next 24 hours. So I'm going to filter through my Sawyer squeeze and try to get to camp.
I can see my grandpa working in the field in the days before they had rubber on the wheel. Oh, so much has changed since then, there's too much going on. Years like pinwheels in the wind, they spin and then they're gone. Grandpa was a country man, he saw things with his heart. He could take a tall oak tree and turn it into art. Now those days have passed us by, and storm clouds gather dark. Other hands now work the land where once our farm did start. Up on the timber line, I took these thoughts of mine. Take a walk and think about what's been. Up on the timber line, not just wasting time. Get it straight and head on home again. Whenever things get heavy and there's too much on my mind, that's the time I take a walk upon the timberline. Think about the good old days that we've left behind. Sit among the silence of the deep woods and the pine. Up on the timberline, I took these thoughts of mine. Take a walk and think about what's been. Up on the timberline, not just wasting time. Get it straight and head on home again.
I've now reached Idlewild from the Mexican border, 151 miles. And the terrain has been very harsh and hard on the equipment. As you can see on the left in the picture are my brand new Z-Pack hiking poles that have no tips left on them. And next to them are the replacement Lakey poles that I just bought in Idlewild. It's a tough environment out there, and you just have to deal with that and make the best of it. Keep repairing the gear and keep moving on.
Up on the timber